Keith Martinson creates and records his beautiful piano music in a special studio, right in his Alexandria home. We visited him recently and asked how he trained to become a professional musician.
I came from a musical family. I had, actually a puppet show background. I think I grew up in a family doing puppet shows at churches for a while, almost 50 shows a year. So I was in this kind of, regional traveling growing up from probably age 5 to 10. And during that time, I was taking piano lessons from our church organist, Marge Bierlin. Practicing occasionally, needing my mom to sit next to me while I practice because I wasn't sure if I was doing it right, and so I'm sure she invested a lot of time just keeping me going. I think sometime around the 5th or 6th grade age, I wanted to quit. And my older brother, 10 years older, had quit around that time. And he said, "Oh, you don't want to quit. You better keep going." So I can kind of thank Calvin for saying, "Keep going, don't quit, and you'll regret it later." I attended Belmont University in Nashville. First as a kind of a music major for a while. Multimedia became my actual program, which incorporated a lot of the music theory, music production. Being in the city of Nashville was a great experience and probably developed some of my interest in music. And with my piano recording now, I can really tie a lot back to those Belmont University years, just trying to recreate the piano recording equipment and the piano itself. A lot of what I do today is certainly influenced by the nice studio that the school had and the experiences I had there. After graduating from college in Nashville, there was kind of a crossroads. I had an audition to be a piano player for a country artist, and I had an interview with a multimedia company in Minneapolis, and I got the Minneapolis job. I didn't get the country piano gig, and that was kind of a crossroads there. Plus wanting to get back to Minnesota. I'd always wanted to have a music-related business if I could. The business I started was Northern Heart Media, thinking that it would be largely like music jingles and things like that in the early days. It actually took a twist and turned into more of an internet company. So that whole creative technology that works with music, it also had a lot to do with the design and the multimedia. So I use that experience today a lot, and these days with music, it's pretty much going to be an internet, approach to getting your music heard and hopefully distributed. Over the years with Northern Heart Media, music was always a part of the business. It wasn't the whole business, but it was certainly a significant portion. And during that time, I've created a space to record music featuring piano. That's kind of my specialty. With a professional piano, that's number one. You need a good piano if you're going to make a good recording. The piano that I purchased several years back now is a Yamaha DC6 model. That's a 6'10" It's really intended for recording. It's not too big, but it's big enough so you have that rich low end. The Yamaha bright piano sound that I experienced in college is what I'm used to and what I think a recording should sound like. And then the proper microphones, and then of course the software, and it's a lot more accessible these days than it would have been, before the digital years of music production. But you still need that good room to record in and a good instrument to record for acoustic piano music. I recently printed some business cards, and they say 3 things. They say compose, record, and perform. And oftentimes it's in that order, not always. It could get mixed up. But I compose music, I record it, and then I play it. Sometimes I compose it while I'm playing, and that happens a lot while I'm playing at church. And I'll be maybe playing a long intro to a song, and it might be totally unique right on the spot, and that's fun. And that feels like, that's really God inspiring the music. A song like that, for instance, was the song Coming Home on one of my new albums. Performing the music is something I'm doing actually more of. As I'm having more songs to play, I can sit down and play for a number of hours without any music in front of me. That's new. I know 10 years ago I couldn't do that. But the more music that I have, when I write it myself, It's in my mind. I can play it, I can expand on it and improvise, and so I'm really starting to enjoy the opportunities to play live. This one is just a fun one to play, called All Things. I've recorded so far now 4 albums, solo piano albums. I like songwriting, I like lots of music, but with the 4 kids that we have in our family, instrumental music, piano music is just kind of what works for me. It's a simpler, more pure music, and I feel like it's just a good fit. So 4 albums recorded. The first actually was in 2003. It's called Faith, Hope, and Love. And then it took me about 5 years to get the next project done in 2008, an album called Today. That's a special album. To me, it's all original songs on that. So it's special to me that way. And also it's special because PBS used one of the tracks from that album on the America Remembers 9/11 special that they broadcast back in 2011. In 2012, I released Beautiful Life, the first in a series that I'm working on called Piano Expression. And then here in 2013, I've released Love Notes. That's volume 2 of Piano Expressions, kind of a Valentine's theme. The neat thing about the exposure for this music is whether it's a worship song or a love song, it blends together so well when you play it back. And so services like Pandora, Spotify, and other broadcasts, Whispering Solo Piano Radio, these are outlets for my music that aren't tangible, they're not physical CDs, but because I've produced the CDs, I'm able to distribute through these other internet methods. But another way of distributing the music that I'm hoping to do more of is making my CD available through a business as a corporate gift or a business gift. Maybe a thank you for staying at our facility, or thank you for being our customer, or we'd like you to be our client. Here's some some music to enjoy. So that's an area of growth that I'm hoping to use the music in an innovative way.